Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. Let's do a weld mission with a Hellion in the front. Damage up. Hopefully they don't die. Flagellant, bleed and accuracy and protection. Jester, bleed and stress reduction, and an Antiquarian with the lantern and the coat. I figure instead of using a backline man-at-arms who's going to toss out a bunch of guards and some buffs, why don't I just use an Antiquarian and just dump out a bunch of dodge buffs, you know? I would like to try to get the Antiquarian leveled up to level 6, because there is, you know, an overarching quest of getting each class up to level 6. We only need one more, the Antiquarian, so let's go for it. Let's try it. So the Jester with the bleed is acceptable. We're good at reducing stress. We don't need to worry about people having stress trinkets on. Being able to surprise parties is very nice. And then I think there's nothing else for us. I would maybe like to give the Jester something that increases his dodge a little bit more, but he has a base 35, and it's only going to go up. So honestly, I'm not that concerned. I could give him the coat, but then the Antiquarian is left in the back with nothing else to do. Like, we can't give her anything else except for, like, the mustache cream. We don't have the map is the thing. We can't get the map unless we defeat the Shambler, and we're probably never going to do the Shambler because it's champion level missions and it's very difficult to do. I also have not found the Shambler Shrine in what feels like a long time. So I think this is acceptable. Let's do it. Provision. Take all the food, take all the torches. We admittedly do not have... I'm also going to take 2 stacks of shovels. Nah, I'll take 5. We also do not have any way of handling... This is good enough. We have no way of handling ambushes. We have no camping skill that prevents nighttime ambush. We have to be very careful about that. Make sure that if we camp, we're not camping on, 0 HP. We shouldn't need to camp much, though, because we have stress relief in the Jester. I don't imagine we're going to need to camp for stress relief particularly. So we'll give it a shot. I know that our inventory is full, but I'd like it to be full, honestly. I would like to be able to, make sure that I am not taking stress damage or HP damage from walls, which there are a lot of in the weld.
I knew all these paths once.
We need torches because it's long and winding and it, loops around a whole bunch. So we'll do our best. And we will just, leave all of the curios on the ground and backtrack in the end. Noah in the Ark, welcome. You died on Gungeon with Super Space Turtle before you reached the dragon. Ah. I did it, but I didn't get a achievement unlocked or anything like that, so I don't know.
Nature herself.
I don't know how it works.
Victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Malformed with miscontent. Misintent, not content. I don't know how this party is going to function. At least the Flagellant can use Reclaim from any position. He should be able to make sure that people who get hit by Tree Branch Smackdown are not getting KO'd. We don't have anything that particularly counters the Giant, though. I was thinking that the Leper, the Occultist, they could reduce the damage from the... I mean, Occultist would be really nice to take out here, but I chose this party. The Occultist, the Leper, they can reduce the damage output with their abilities, but we do not have that on this party. Can't complain about this so far, though. We are getting a kill turn 1, upping our dodge. I guess how we deal with it is dodge, isn't that correct? Because the Tree Branch, I don't think it has a good accuracy, so we're just hopefully going to stack up the dodge.
A death by inches.
We don't need stress down. This guy is not very dodge heavy. Go for the bleed. 40% protection, get the DOT, the Hellion can stun. Antiquarian focuses the dodge.
Well struck.
It's a 60% chance. We could also do bleed out for added bleed damage, but I think the stun is more value.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Really? She just yelled. Ah, who yelled? Is that what you mean by confusion, Wayne June? Oh, he went first. He went second to the last on the last round, and then he went second on this round. That's very annoying. But it does give the Jester something to do, because he is most definitely KO'd. Could even toss out a heal. Not worth being debuffed.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
We need to hold on to the minor antique, which means that we need to drop something. We could drop a stack of gold and then at the end of the mission loop around for money, but we have so much stuff in our inventory, I think we just want to stack up the minor antiques right now. I don't like dropping 1,700 gold in a stack, but I think it's what we want to do, believe it or not. So we're not going to be able to kill both of the artilleries, but we can get one, probably. 7 to 13, you are on 19 HP. Could work. Oh, yes! That definitely works.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. You know what also cuts? The crit from the Hellion. Uh-oh. So I'm hoping that dodge up is really gonna help me out.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
It's okay, they're slow. We're gonna move first. This is a good opportunity for a barbaric yop, though.
A singular strike.
You're dead in 2 turns. I don't mind if you get one more attack. If we barbaric yop, though, we should be able to stun these guys and keep them from making any action. We might even be able to bleed one of them to death on the next turn, because yeah, you're already dead. They get blighted in the back line, except you missed. Fantastic. Yeah, we got it. And then we'll toss out a heal with the Flagellant. As much as I would like to do an attack, he is the healer, so let's keep it up. One more stack of bleed should kill this fungal scratcher on the next turn. So I'm doing that instead of a stress down, inspiring tune. Good dodge. That, again, that would not have killed unless the second one also hit and also the first one reduced her down to 0 HP, so it's sketchy.
Unforgiving.
Certainly. But we're just gonna toss out another heal and another stun. And that's a crit heal, too. Bound Hades, no, I have not yet had Rubinstein's monster. One day I might. Right, we need to, actually kill the other one at some point. Might as well spend one action with the Flagellant now, putting the damage out there. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Not me, Abe. Oh, well, excuse me for responding to what I thought was a question to me. She is slow. She's probably not going to move before this guy does, but that's okay. No, really, it's okay. I mean, I could Battle Ballad. I kind of want him to move, though, because on the next turn he's going to die to bleed if I hit him one more time, and I can do that with the Hellion. I want to toss out one more heal, is what it boils down to. Up the dodge. Could have also done the protect me. Up the dodge and the protection of the Hellion. Crit for 16. It's real good. Real good. Alright, you're dead. One more stress heal is in order, I think. Might as well toss out the heal.
The flesh is knit.
The flesh is knit. And we don't even need to toss out a reclaim. Let's gonna go for the kill instead. I don't really want to debuff her anymore, but I guess we have nothing else better to do. It really does suck when there's one enemy in the front that we need to kill, but that doesn't happen that often.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm gonna dump one shovel. We already used one, right? I feel like we did. How come you're not debuffed anymore? I guess the bleed out debuffs, they go away at the end of combat, which is nice. I did not know that.
In Radiance, may we find
In Radiance,
victory.
may we find victory! If someone wants to post a link in chat, just post it without the dots, and then it'll be fine. Just google.com becomes Google space com, and then it should just post. It's not perfect, but it gets the message across, literally. So I hate the ectoplasms. I hate them. I'm gonna try to go for the bleed. They resisted the debuff. Fantastic.
The ground quakes.
Try to kill some of these guys quickly. But these guys are annoying because of cytokinesis, ectoplasmic perfusion, and giant ectoplasm has an ability as well that summons more slimes. Yep, cytokinesis.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Thanks. Super annoying crit there. Let's do a battle ballad. I don't really want to do harvest against an enemy with 100% bleed resist. I mean, sure. It's probably not gonna bleed, but then we can probably get a kill with the Hellion, even if it does reduce her damage.
Destroy.
Good crit though.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Stop the cytokinesis. I could go for a stun with the Hellion. That might work. Dude, what am I gonna do? We're actually very bad against enemies that don't bleed. I forgot that the slimes can appear here. You know, we gotta go for the big slime.
Powerful blow.
Reduce his bleed resistance, stack up the DOT, try to kill him.
Impressive.
Actually fantastic. 2 hits right there. Bum, 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 bum. Yo, Antiquarian has 73 dodge with that coat on? Good lord, that's a good coat. You're dead in 2 turns. Might want to go for the stun, honestly. Do not need a stress heal. Everyone's speed is really high. That hits for 9, that's a kill. It's pretty unlikely though. I could just let the Hellion get the giant ectoplasm. I'll do a buff to make sure our speed gets high.
Inspiration and improvement.
I mean, that is a kill. I mean, there
Devastating
is a
blow.
chance that the small slime can make another big slime, which would suck, but I gotta kill the big slime so he doesn't make small
Size
slimes.
has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
You know what?
Confidence surges as the enemy.
We gotta go for a kill, I think. I would also like to heal the Antiquarian, and then bleed out. Yes, it worked. Heck yeah.
Success so clearly in view.
Or
Is it merely
a trick of the light. Yeah, no one's dead yet on this current stream day of Darkest Dungeon. Maybe this will be the mission that changes that, though, because it's not going super amazingly. It's taking a long time to kill things. It's weird having bleed out on the Hellion at the front, but I like the fact that it does apply the bleed. Just I wish it would apply the bleed to the slimes. Should be fine. Rarely do we need to target the first position unit unless they're the last ones remaining. Step, 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 step. Ooh! Always make sure you bring plenty of torches and shovels to this freaking weld. Wield. Look. Does it really matter? No. I say. Don't need holy water. I should not be afraid of the holy water, though. You know, if we have a... What? If we have a situation where we could get bled or something, maybe we want to toss out a holy water just in case. This is not what I expected. Crap. Try to go for the middle and back enemies, I guess. Oh, that's a nasty dodge. Ugh. This is not good. This is not good at all. Do we go for a KO with the bleed out or extra damage on the Cavalier? I mean, the stun isn't good because this guy cannot even be stunned. The bleed out does have a pretty good chance of actually killing one enemy, but it has to bleed and hit for 23, which I guess is not that likely. Let's go for the... I mean, I could also go for the kill on this guy, which actually might be for the best. Get one unit killed at least. But we have to... Well, I guess we have to focus on the dodge, don't we? Focus on the dodge, hope that we can avoid getting bled or stunned by this guy. This is the stun. Did land. It stunned the unit that could get stunned. Nasty hit.
Fiend falls. A faint hope blossoms.
Dude, I think you go for the one in the back. I think you go for the Cavalier. He's dead in a couple of turns. He is gonna, you know, get to go again, which is unfortunate, but... Tell you what, use one holy water. He's dead in 2 turns, so he's gonna get 1 attack. Bleed. 1 bleed on the Flagellant's okay, because he cannot get bled. You are not bleeding him. He's got the hanky. Okay, you are already dead. I should buff speed. That's unfortunate. That's what the anti-venom is for. Let's put up a dodge buff. Toss out a reclaim. we're back. A bit annoying, you know, the thing about the occultist in those Crimson Court missions is that it's really easy to knock out this Cavalier. You just stun him multiple times in a row. We can't do that here. We don't have the capabilities. We don't have the power. I'm glad I Dirk stabbed for the KO. The Flagellant can do a heal. He needs to do a couple of heals. Actually gonna pass. That's a lot of stress, but I need the delay. Even if only just for the one turn, honestly. You're not gonna hit him. You're not gonna hit anyone ever again.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
They can be beaten. I would like to take the gems.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
It's not perfect inventory, but I think it's okay. You know, we did lose a lot of gold. Collector!
Twisted faces of
He's surprised though, and he can be stunned.
and cloaked in malice.
I'm stunned. Ding, 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 ding.
Precision
This is gonna be awkward. We could also do a bleed out instead of a stun. Stun has a 60% chance that bleed out is a guarantee. You know what? 31 damage plus a good bleed. Go for it. Now we are going to focus on the dodge though. Those collected highwaymen. Oh, good lord. They are dangerous.
masterfully executed.
We're actually not that bad at hitting the back line, all things considered. We can keep these guys occupied. And keep them slowly dying. And the Hellion is a, you know, I should remove her debuff. Hellion's really good at hitting the back line. This might go just fine. You're not gonna bleed him. We do need to do a heal. And now we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a heal on the Antiquarian. I say on the Antiquarian because he needs to do a heal targeting someone else. I don't have Exsanguinate, I have Redeem. Could have done the attack, but honestly, I would rather get the heal out. Okay, this Highwayman is dead. The guard, I don't really care about. Lifesteal, miss? Oh, yes! Headhunt again, annoying. That push forward is actually kind of awful. Good crit though. Only need to hit him for 9? We can absolutely hit him for 9. There's 2. I've hit him for 2. He's dead. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but not bad at all. Not bad at all. Maybe we should have actually gone for the kill, because if we went for the kill, then this collected highwayman wouldn't have a chance at going first. But just toss out a heal. Further buff his bleed resist. Okay, good.
Predator is often blind to its own peril.
A predator is often blind to its own peril. Alright, dump the Onyx. We might want to camp just for inventory. We can camp and then do like buffs. We have a couple of buffs that I would like to, you know, put out there, like Battle Trance, Sharpened Spear. You don't have anything. You have an accuracy and crit buff. And you can reduce your own stress for 50% for 4 battles. But you know what? Let's just keep going instead. We're doing so well. Let's see if we can get through the mission without needing to camp at all. If we can do it without camping at all, then we don't need to worry about ambush. Maybe. Oops, that's a good chance of killing. Yeah. Yo, bleed out. If you're in an area where the enemies can bleed, it seems like an amazing skill. The speed debuff is the only reason why I wouldn't want to use it sometimes. You know, sometimes I would want to actually do a little bit of a delay, but otherwise it's working fine. Don't need stress heal, so... Yeah, nice job, wonderful, fantastic job. Doing a good job there hitting those dogs. You are dead. Dude, you can't bleed him. You cannot bleed the Flagellant. 412, he'll be at 35 HP minus 3 from the bleed. Heal him up. Bleed out this dog. You hate those zombie dogs. I can hate the zombie dogs sometimes. Right now, they're not that much of a problem. They're okay dogs. They have such high speed and they give you diseases, which is annoying. At least they're not as bad as Dark Souls dogs. I never had a problem with Dark Souls dogs.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We should camp. Now let's at least wait until we've done like one more wing before we have to camp, ideally. Good dodge. And that way we just get value out of it. And although again, you know, maybe we don't want to camp at all. Maybe we just want to literally just dump the log.
We require only the strength to follow it.
I don't know. Those guys have to go. I might even want to focus the frontline stun and then try to bleed the fungal artillery in the back. Like, I can probably kill one, but then, you know, the fungal artillery are gonna go, I'm gonna get marked, these guys are gonna go, they have like a blight, rend the marked groping swipe that they can do. And I'm not even guaranteed to kill. Let's go for the stun, I think. One resisted it, which is awful. We had a 85% chance. This could be very bad, but again, there's only one active on this turn. And in fact, because we missed the stun, we might just do another stun on the next turn. Is that 40%? Nope. Yeah, I think we are gonna do another stun. Because one is killed. It's buff speed. Even with the speed buff? Luckily he missed, but that's rude. It's actually good though, because it means the stun will hit him without the penalty. But hey, can we get a turn, please? Rain of Blight. I don't care. I have anti-venom. Now I need the Flagellant to take like 2 points of damage. I need him to be able to do a reclaim or redeem or whatever it's called. You're already dead. You do no damage. Keep the dodge up. The mark is gonna last for a couple more turns, but we need to get damage out there. It's possible we can kill him in 2 turns with that attack. In fact, I think he is dead now. Well, we have to hit him for 2. We can hit him for 2. Okay, so you're dead. Then we'll do a reclaim, and then the Hellion should not die. Good. You are dead. Are you dead? 14? I thought it said 10 damage a minute ago. I guess not. Ding, 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 ding. Try to do a little bit of a delay. He's gonna get one more attack, and then we will do a stun. And then we'll just chuck out a couple more of those targeted reclaims. Reclaim. I mean, honestly, I'm okay with this. We don't need the stress heal, we don't really need another command. All we need is a little bit of a delay. So we're gonna do a stun. HP. It's not 16, it's 12 more HP, I think. Yeah, you know what? Do another one. I want my frontline fighter to not die. You can't do bleed out. You can do nothing from this position. You can't even hit him. You can stun. Aww. I forgot about that. Groping swipe. At least you missed. They're gonna start complaining, I think. Uses remaining. You only have 2 uses. I had no idea. Why do we tarry? We tarry because nobody can do attacks from certain positions. That's why we tarry, okay? He resisted it. You know what? The Antiquarian's like, look, you're not gonna kill him, I'm going to.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Crit scout. Oh, no secret room. That's a shame. Yeah, let's do one wing potentially, and then we'll do a backtrack, I think. Hateful Virago, Ruinous Hex, Putrefying Breath. I guess we have seen them in the campaign. I guess I just kind of forgot. Well, let's just start smacking. Oof. Maybe we should accept that we're gonna get hit by stress and go for a kill on the damage dealers. You know, kill them one at a time. I think this is the enemy that if you leave a corpse behind, she can do something with it, but we're killing the corpses with bleed, so... Or we're killing the enemies with bleed, and so they're not actually leaving a corpse. That's annoying. Titty cultist. Always with the titty cultists. Reclaim is fine. We're gonna have the Jester move. That way we don't have to move with the Hellion as well.
Such a
Wow!
terrible assault cannot be
Mark,
left unanswered.
minus dodge, minus ac. That sucks. What can you do from this position? You can yop and bleed. You know what? Because you can yop and bleed, I'm gonna keep you there. I'm glad I went for the attack. We might even go for a stun right now, just to buy us one turn. It's so likely to kill, though. Alright, so there's a kill. Bump in the night. Then we get to see what happens when we leave a corpse. From death comes life. Necrotic Fungus, 38 HP. Alright, stop that, please. And healing prevented, so we cannot use healing skills until we kill the Necrotic Fungus or the Virago. Guess we could just go for it. You know what? We have to move back. Because the Flagellant literally cannot do anything right now. Could bleed the fungus and kill it pretty quickly. Or
Decimated.
kill another corpse. I'm worried though, because we would like to heal at some point, but we gotta worry about this stupid fungus. The fungus among us. And her dodge is 46! Putrefying breath. Dodge, good. At least you got bled, even if you didn't get the debuff. I think we're gonna Battle Ballad. We need the accuracy against this unit. So I see now, we really, really, really want to make sure that we don't leave a corpse, because then a 38 HP enemy that prevents healing gets spawned in, which could, you know, kill a unit. That's horrible. Whatever. Alright. She's dead. Now we'll start working on the fungus. Oh my lord. Diminished. She also has 10 speed. That's ridiculous. Maybe I don't want to kill the fungus. I don't know if the fungus is going to... I don't know if the fungus is going to immediately die, or if we're going to have to kill it. And if we kill it, we can, you know, do a little bit of a delay. So I would like to try the delay. Okay, we can delay. Oh, but he's alive! Forgot! Like, immediately forgot. Alright, that's fine.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
This is okay. This is gonna be a battle, but... people are wounded, but, you know, hopefully they'll be fine. Let's see what it is. Ah, this is fine. I don't really worry about the dogs killing anybody. Good bleed. Good bleed. You do have 10 speed. She has 10 speed too. I don't know if the dogs do extra damage on marked targets, or even if it matters at all. All we have to do is just dodge a couple of times, kill a couple of dogs, and then we can do healing. 1 damage. I can kill you. We should. If I do a yop, that takes 2 turns off the table next turn. One is dead, the other one we can start bleeding, and this one is gonna be dead anyways. I like this, I like this. Embrace the dark. Good dodge. Okay. And now we can actually, you know, toss out a heal with the Flagellant. Well, 1 heal. So that's a kill. That one was already dead. We gotta kill the crone, though. I guess that's gonna be the Hellion's job. They have the debuff. We could use medicinal herbs if we feel the need to. But I believe she can do it. Good. 14, 6, 18, 19. You know what? I believe. Rapid rush.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Well, I mean, we know what the Jester is going to be doing. And we know what the Flagellant's going to be doing. And we know what the Antiquarian's going to be doing. So basically, it's all up to the Hellion. Do you want to kill or do you want to stun? She wants to stun. That makes up for the crit. Flagellant's doing a good job healing. He's not bled himself once, which I freaking love. Heal you. All hail the witch is dead. The wicked witch, the who witch. Dude, I love that the debuffs go away at the end of combat. I had no idea.
Triumphant pride precipitates
A dizzying fall. Should we rest? You know what? It's not a bad opportunity to rest. We can get value out of the rest, out of the heal, out of the stress, out of the buffs. Let's try it. Now we cannot prevent nighttime ambush, unfortunately. That's okay. Buff crit. Buff hack and crit. All companions minus stress for a few battles. We don't need supply items. I could do battle trance. I could have also shuffled my party so that they would hopefully reshuffle into the correct position, but figured I'd just let it ride. Because sometimes you don't shuffle all the time when you get surprised. It is random. But it worked out. And we got a good value out of that camp. The only thing we might need to do is that if she's not in position 1, use a medicinal herbs to get rid of the debuff, but we can do that later. We don't have to do that now. So 4, 9, you're dead. You're dead. And honestly, just... Dude. The Antiquarians crit twice on the mission, I think. That's really good. Oh. They're pretty slow. I bet you can't get ambushed, says it Fredacula. I bet I probably will on the second camp, if I had to guess. Excuse me? You crit for 50 frickin' 5?
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
That's pretty good. I mean, using it or not using it doesn't really matter right now. I'm not going to drop a stack of torches until we progress through here a little bit more, I think. Although I guess we could. You know, we know that there's... Oh, I didn't use a torch! We know that there's not going to be combat in this hallway. Can we kill the man in the back? Probably. A lucky shot from the Hellion. We have the damage up. We have the crit up. That's a kill. And honestly, you know what? Instead of the dodge on the Antiquarian, why not just go for a KO on a dog? It missed, but you know what? It's the roll of the roll of the bones. The roll of the bones. Rabies. Minus AC plus damage, you rarely attack. That basically means that the Antiquarian is not going to be attacking again in the similar situation. The Antiquarian is going to be... Parallax is going to be entirely focused on that dodge buff from now on. Probably go for a stun. If the Hellion moves. Rapid rush. I hate that they're so fast. So fast, dog, you're so fast. I will not use a bandage. You wanna know why? You're just gonna heal yourself up anyways. And the Flagellant's gonna be doing a heal on you. And honestly, a bandage for 6 HP on the Antiquarian, I could take it or leave it.
Wounds of war can be healed.
but never hidden. Let's do a battle ballad. If we do a battle ballad, we can probably move before the dog. Not that it matters. I'm sorry, is that a 51% crit chance?
This expedition at least promises success.
Is that a 51% crit chance? My lord. Coke's Metal! Thank you for the follow. And welcome. Dump the gold? Nah, take it. I'm debating interacting with the...
Watch your step.
with all the curios, but we should probably just complete the mission and then backtrack like we usually do. Complete the mission, then, you know, decide whether or not we're going to actually use the last camping log. We got plenty of money. Got plenty of food. You know, mission's working well.
The light.
The promise of safety. I have to think at some point, though. We are going to have to get rid of a couple of... nothing. We're going to have to get rid of a couple of things soon. Maybe the antivenom or the holy water. Maybe the medicinal herbs, although I like having them around. We haven't needed them, though, but we're at least going to get rid of a couple of torches here in a moment. Well, once we go through the hallway. I would like to find a corpse. You know, I brought along a lot of medicinal herbs for corpses. Haven't found any. There's a lot of bags. And goodbye, torch.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder...
A glint of gold. Nah, give me that torch. I want the scouting. Alright, one battle. Yeah, let's do it. I don't need to do the end of the room, though. I can just backtrack a little bit. It's just such good value. I know it debuffs the Hellion, but it's just, it takes two nasty attacks out when we're gonna be marked and have the negative dodge debuff. And we're stacking bleed on these guys slowly. It's such good value for that stun. I don't need to do it a second time, but even just once. And I'm even starting to think that, you know, stacking up damage on one fungal clawer is a good idea, because by doing that we can maybe get one killed before it even attacks. And you know what, on top of that, by doing the stun early, now we focused our dodge buffs, and it's less likely that we're even gonna get hit in the first place. So there you go. Were you dead? No, now you are. So there you go. I stand by it. And by doing that, we don't even need to worry about a heal. No one is in range of, you know, dying anytime soon. Yeah. I should probably use some of the medicinal herbs, though, because we're not using them at all. Again, we just waiting for corpses on the ground at some point, not finding any. Can you blame me? Well, actually, yes. If I get the Shield Breaker DLC, those ambushes are nuts. I have seen the Shield Breaker snake ambushes. They seem horrible. Why would I want that? Why would I want that? That evil in my life. Groping swipe. Well, you know what we can do. Ooh, you resisted! But yeah, we got hit for 9 damage, I think, on this encounter. That's it. That's really freaking good. And there's 3 of it healed right there. Not a problem. And we got the crit kill. Alright, portraits. Yeah, might as well. Might as well take the portraits. See, I don't think we're even gonna need the camping log. I don't think we're gonna be camping a second time. I don't wanna get ambushed. If we get ambushed, that could mean a lot of stress. It could mean more rewards, because you will get money from the ambush itself, but we don't really need it, do we? All we need to do is backtrack, open up the curios, and that should give us enough loot that we'll be happy. Shieldbreaker DLC, the same reason that I play BCDD20T or the Path of Pain in Hollow Knight, because you like it when the game kicks your ass. I like it when the game kicks my ass because of me, not because of a random RNG die roll, but also, I just don't have the DLC. I don't have Color of Madness either, but Color of Madness I have a better reason for, I think, which is that people tell me that it's bad. That it's, or I've read the reviews and it's like, I just don't think it's that enjoyable to do combat for 10 million years. Lighted Crone, yeah. Oh, right, you're, I can't even hit you at all. Well, in that case, get the 37 damage crit plus the bleed. I do have the Musketeer DLC, but that's also just literally free DLC that was added to the base game, I think. It's like, there wasn't really a reason not to install that, because it's like, well, it's just part of the standard DLC pack for the game, kind of. Dude, stacking up the bleed. You're dead. Dum 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 dum. Brace the dark. Annoying, but that's what the Jester's for.
Cursed champion falls.
By the way, they're cursed at Champion Falls? Excellent. Just think of Mr. Burns. Excellent. Good stun. You're dead. Dude, and honestly, bringing along the Antiquarian for the mission... Have I been using the Antiquarian to interact with curios? I certainly hope so. But the Antiquarian has been really nice. Well, no, we haven't been interacting with curios, that's right. You know, we've gotten a lot of good out of stacking up a couple of antiques. We have a, you know, 1 full stack of gold. Ideally, we're gonna get more. Because we're basically done with the mission and we're going to be dropping a lot of stuff. We're going to be dropping a lot of bandages, medicinal herbs, anti-venoms. I'm glad we took them, but we haven't needed them. One more room battle. And you know, at this point, I think if we get good loot, you know, dump stuff. Don't need it. You know what? I might even want to, at least apply the debuff. At this point, I might even want to do the rest to try and get ambushed, you know? Yes. If I can get ambushed, that might actually give me just a little bit more money. And I can use the Jester to do stress healing in the ambush. We'll see. Color of Madness is good. Don't listen to people in chat. I'll donate money if you want. I just don't necessarily love the idea of that much of a grind, you know? Good, we needed that to land. One thing I do know about that DLC, though, is that doing the Color of Madness missions doesn't take time. It doesn't take weeks. But you still have to deal with, you know, potentially stress, losing units, etc., etc. Luckily we have our dodge up, so we're not getting hit that often, but the slimes are taking a while to clear out here. That one didn't even land the bleed or the debuff on the one in the back. $19. Hit for 10. Bleed. Hey, that one's killed. Okay. 2 slimes left.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I should name one of the heroes after me. Why would I do that? Then they'll die. That just sounds like a recipe for getting someone killed. Get a kill. We have full stress. And by full stress, I mean no stress. Empty stress is what I mean. You know, the exact opposite of full. Full. We do have plenty of curios, but we could do one camp. You know what? We'll do it. It'll also buff ourselves for potential combat in the future.
A chance
So,
to steel oneself
give me-
against the coming horrors.
Sharpened Spear. Battle Trance. Buff for some more. +3. And yeah, low stress on everyone. And no ambush. I mean, okay, sure. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Hacks laden with loot
Oh
are
man.
often low on supplies.
Dump the... Do not dump the torch. And there's a torch out in the Curie. I should have maybe dumped, like, douse the torch before we open this, but whatever.
The darkness
We'll do it now.
is much worse than mere trickery.
And boogeymen! Again, just gotta make sure that we use a torch before we enter any combat. Just wanna make sure we don't get hit by that random shambler. You just ran into the Collector Milk Jug in your campaign? Yeah, the Collector, he's not that bad if you can stun him, but the stunning is usually pretty hard to do. But at least you get a very valuable reward out of it, the puzzling Trapezohedron. The biggest thing to worry about, honestly, on the Collector is the Collected Highwaymen, because they, you know, hit, they crit, they bleed, they can easily, you know, kill one unit in one turn. Which is really annoying. That's something that I hate when it happens. I'm gonna go for the hit. We're fast enough, we should be able to get him. Alright, so you're dead. Please don't hit the Flagellant. I could try another stun. The previous one failed, so I kind of feel like trying. Well, I didn't fail, but like he went twice or something? I don't know. Maybe it did fail on him. That's what you gotta worry about. You gotta worry about him dying and then the fungal bombard doing the escape cloud, which I honestly forgot was even an ability he had. You're dead. Marked for 2 more turns. Do the dodge buff. You know what we should do? Freaking just use the medicinal herbs to get rid of that debuff. Why not? Get your dodge up by 10 points. It's worth it, I think. Now I do need him to heal, but I want him to put out the DOT first. Now he'll heal. Probably also will use one on you. A medicinal herb. Bing, 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 bing. Yo, that's a good crit heal. I'm very happy with that one. Perfect. And you know what? Backtracking into combat, hey, more chances at loot. Give me all the loot. 8, 2, 7, 8. The creature from the stars is horrifying. I've heard that that boss from the Color of Madness DLC is really frustrating. Which again, it's like, why do I want to play that DLC if everything I hear about it is frustrating or horrible or, you know? It's like, that's not what I want. Oh, right, I keep forgetting that I can't medicinal herbs get rid of that. Dump the holy water. We'll take the gold, and we're gonna take the emerald. Dump the... Dump the shovels. We don't need them anymore, do we? Yeah, we've literally done the entire mission, so. Don't need it. Trying to give me a shovel? I'm getting rid of shovels. If we get lucky, maybe we will get a... another fight, that's okay. Maybe we will get a scout in that last room. I don't know. This is scary. Probably honestly want to toss out a battle ballad turn 1. Hit those dogs and hit them hard. That's hitting a dog hard. Annoying crit. It's fine. 1 bandage. And the dog is already dead as well. You can do Rain of Light, Confusion Spores. Yeah, get the DOT. He doesn't have any protection, he just has a lot of HP, but... Good. You win. Alright, so our protection against Tree Branch Smackdown is... Dodge.
Exposed to a killing blow.
That's actually not that bad. Stress is getting up a little bit. I'd like to deal with it. But the Antiquarian can move back too, and then the Jester in his current position can just do a Dirk Stab to get into position if he needs it. Could do a stun. 60%, I think. Alright, move back. The most annoying part about that wasn't even the shuffle, it was just the crit. Frickin' crit me, you little son of a gun. Bing, 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 bing. Get that dodge up, thank you very much. Might even want to do like a bleed out. Like bleed out, bleed out, bleed out, bleed out. We have medicinal herbs we can use. And that's a good crit. Dude, 53% chance of a crit? How? Plus 18% crit for 3 battles, plus 6% crit for 1 round. Plus damage v bleeding, but that didn't manage the crit at all. Weird. Also, it'd be really nice if I could stop being crit by the AoE from this guy. Just saying. Okay. The shield breaker has that nightmare every camp. Only if you don't prevent nighttime ambush, I think, right? Dodge up. Stun. The next turn maybe we'll pop the herbs. The herbs! And honestly, if we get a crit, we can probably kill him. But we might not need to. I mean, there's the crit. It's not dead yet. Stress is coming down. Dodge is going. You know what? Her speed is so low. She might not go first, but she did. And we actually can't use medicinal herbs to get rid of the debuff. I wish the game made it clearer which debuffs you could get rid of and which ones you can't, because I do that every time. Not every time, literally, but a lot of times I'm like, oh, this debuff I can or cannot get rid of. Oops. Silly me. It's pretty dark. Go ahead, we have plenty of food. Well, I'm not gonna say plenty of food. We have enough food. If you click on it, it uses a torch? That's not what I meant. Whatever. At least the sack is empty. I just wanted to, I didn't even want to click on it. I just wanted to like get rid of the pop-up bark, and I clicked on it, and it apparently just used a torch. It's okay, we're gonna go down to pitch black here in a moment. Maybe even right now.
Secrets and wonders.
Secrets
can be
and
found in the
lies.
most tenebrous corners of this place.
You got the head from the collector. Oh, that's right. You get the heads before. Oh, I freaking battle. You get the head before you actually unlock the puzzling trapezohedron. I forgot about that. All right. Ectoplasm and 2 bone militias. All right. Here's hoping. Please. Good, 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 good. Your leper is killing everything. That's what the lepers do! They murder without regard for anything, even their own accuracy. So by the way, I think I'm gonna ignore the upper path. I'll do 1 curio. I don't have the torches for it. I do want to make sure I can avoid, possibly getting into a fight with the Shambler. And honestly, there's plenty of loot down here, chests, curios. So I think we can ignore, these 2 curios that we missed up here. That means that we are probably not going to leave the mission with as much loot as I would have liked, but still have a ways to go. We have things that we can get rid of at some point. So let's do this real quick. I don't want the stashed heirlooms game. And we'll just ignore those 2, because we only have 0 more torches. That's scary. The fate of the tent's occupants is revealed! We should run! No, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Use a freaking key on this.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Honestly, I want those. You know what? We should probably dump medicinal herbs at this point. Take a couple of deeds. $12 dark. What was this curio over here? It is a chest, so I'm gonna go to it. We'll have to do a little bit of backtracking because I don't want to waste so much torchlight. But that's definitely worth it, and now with 400 gold, we'll dump the bandages. 9. 8! Ugh, it's getting scary. We cannot hold a minor antique? Excuse me? I mean, that's a good sign. It means we actually do have a lot of gold on the mission. 3 emeralds, 2 onyxes, a couple of crests, portraits, keys, deeds, foods. Honestly, get rid of the deeds. Who needs the deeds? Crad and Crad, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, no combat. Good. I'll take starvation. I don't want the combat. Because I want to be able to make it to the treasure chest over here.
The darkness holds dominion.
I might even push a little bit to reach it.
Black as death.
Black as death. Sapphire. I want it. No combat. Hey, excellent. Good, good, good. So we're gonna get even more loot. And I will try to make it to the last one. But we'll see what is in the chest.
Waiting to be spent.
Gold, lots of deeds. And the crests are fine. Probably don't need 1 key. Do a little bit more. I could use the key, I guess. Ah, but it worked anyways. Oh,
Finding the
Lord.
stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
All right, I think at this point we have to say we have enough. We have a full inventory of stuff, 5 stacks of gold, a few gems, a full stack of rare and minor antiques, a puzzling trap. You know what I mean. And good.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies.
Achievement unlocked.
Let them arrive unharried.
Caretaker. What is caretaker? Oh, everyone at level 6, or one of every class person at level 6. Okay. That must be caretaker. First time I've ever done it, I guess, on my Steam
All
account.
my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind. It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Well, thanks for that little story there. All right, we have 2 bosses unlocked. Dude, I love it. Check out what this is. Hag Witch. Oh, Lord. Okay. Siren v. Witch. What kind of a party do we want for each of those? For the Witch, we would like a Hellion. We would also probably like a Flagellant. I do like the Flagellant, maybe. Because if we could apply Reclaim, it might make it hard for people to die from Death's Door, but I'm hoping we can just kill the Hag. Could also do a Mark Party against the Hag. You know, Hellion up front, and then a Bounty Hunter, Arbalist, and Houndmaster. Whoever's, you know, not in the pot can toss out the Mark. But the Bounty Hunter in the back can't really do that much. They can toss out Caltrops. Reduces speed, bleeds, increases damage taken from the enemy. But we have no healer on this party. So we would have to at least replace someone with a healer. And if we do that, it could be the Vestal. But then we don't have like a proper Mark party. 2 people have Marks, that's not good enough. Maybe we should wait until we get an Occultist, but didn't I say the same thing about the Siren? We can probably do a Siren at some point. Probably do it now. Let's see. What about, for the Siren, a Hellion? I mean, Again, we need a healer on this mission. Problem with having, you know, not a full devoted Mark party is that we can't actually really come back from having people get taken by the siren. We need one person to apply the mark and then someone else to actually hit. But if one of those two people gets captured, then I only get one turn of using the mark, which means that using the mark is kind of a waste of one turn. So maybe what we actually want to do is do like a... maybe not a champion boss mission, but like a champion medium mission in order to level up the occultist a little bit more. We do need him to be leveled up. We could go to the Cove, we could go to the Well, we could go to the Warrens, or the Ruins. Maybe we can just like take a look at what the rewards are, like fortifying garlic. I would like to get some garlic. It's actually a pretty good trinket to have when you know that you're going to need bleed, blight, or disease resistances. So maybe we'll do the weld, and then we can actually take a little bit of a mark party. You know, we don't necessarily need the occultist to do a lot of damage if they focus on healing and stunning, and we have good trinkets for that. So what if we do occultist? Plus a grave robber, plus a well, tactician. Well, tactician's fine. Although you're clumsy, but just don't die. Take a bounty hunter, and then maybe also theoretically a minus 10 active towards. I never got rid of that for Dracula. I'm sorry. That has to be removed, like even just like right now. Oh my lord, that is horrendous. Get that out of here. And you know, we're not taking you. We're not taking you. Any negative quirks? No. Okay, so doing a weld mission, bounty hunter, occultist, grave robber, arbalist. We have a healer. We have someone who can open up with a lunge or a thrown dagger. The occultist can open up with a, well, I mean, she's gonna go first, let's be honest. The occultist can do a stun or pull, a mark. The pull also clears corpses if we do get a kill and we want to make sure that we don't get the weird mushroom spawn. We could just use the clear. Maybe this will work. We'll try it. Currently on week 65. We have plenty of time. So yeah, we'll try that just to get the occultist leveled up, and we will also make sure to give him the portrait for the experience. If we're lucky, we can get him to level 5, but I think we're just gonna get him to level 4, which is okay. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. We have a party of people who can do a veteran level mission. We don't have any veteran level missions, we only have champion level missions. We'll wait until we can do a veteran level mission. That way we're not taking him out. We can also level up everyone else, basically. We'll level up everyone. All in one go. Actually, before we leave... No! Wrong building, where's the X button? Garbage. Don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. Everything else is garbage. Okay, so if we're not gonna do that, what are we gonna do? I think we can do a boss fight. I'm just kind of curious about which fight to do. You know what? We can do it with a highwayman and grave robber. Wanna know why? Retribution. Well, on him, on this guy, it's Duelist Advance. Because the hag gets multiple multiple actions per turn, we can get good value out of Duelist Advance. We Duelist Advance, We activate the riposte, we stack up, let me unequip all trinkets first. We stack up, you know, dodge and crit and damage, and then all of a sudden, the Highwayman up front is doing a ton of damage to the boss, even when the boss is not necessarily attacking him. You know, using the AoE, the hammer, I guess the hammer is the big one there, right? I think so. So if we do Highwayman and a Grave Robber, we can chuck out a healer, and then in the back line, just anyone who's good. We just want to make sure that we're able to hit her at all times, which we can do with Thrown Dagger. We can Shadow Fade if we need to. Flagellant, if he has nothing else to do, he can always bleed. Highwayman, Duelist Advance, and in fact, we might even want to have him Duelist Advance from like a back position, but we can also alternate lunges with the Grave Robber. And then all we need is one other unit. And you know what? I'll be honest. Well, no, because when we do the mission, the hag's gonna make someone go away. This is fine. This is fine. What we might want is someone who has a heal, which probably means Arbalist. So, probably you. Just so we can get someone off of Death's Door. We should also give the Flagellant a lot of speed up, I think, to make sure that they can get someone off of Death's Door with their restoration. But it's not a direct heal, so if someone comes out of the pot, we need a direct heal. Good point. Who do we have available with a direct heal who's fast? Houndmaster. Houndmaster is pretty fast, and they do have that's a self-heal, not a directed heal. We need someone on the mission with a directed heal, and someone who can go fast on turn 1. Which it could be the Arbalist, but we would have to give them the pistol and something else. Do we have anything else that improves speed? I don't know. I don't think we do. That's true. Plague Doctor is pretty fast. Steady, Torn Rotator literally does not matter. What's the other Plague Doctor? Where is the other Plague Doctor? There you are. Guilty Conscience. Oh, dude. You gotta tell me about these things. But where's X button? Don't cover it up. Okay, so if we do the Plague Doctor, first of all, I'm gonna equip all trinkets and sort by rarity. Then they can get the Blasphemous Vial and the gun. So then their accuracy becomes 12. Is that enough? Probably. I don't like that they are probably not going to be able to blight anybody in the mission, but on the boss, and they're probably not even going to be able to blight the boss, won't they? Like, the blight chance is pretty low. Like, we could use Emboldening Vapors, and then use the heal when we need it, and we might be able to stun the boss. You know what? Plus speed. We could increase someone else's speed, but no one on this party has a actual heal. Like an immediate heal, except for the Flagellant with Redeem, but we can't trust him to be at low HP. I'm trying to figure this out. I gotta end the YouTube episode, so for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live and support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.